Alright guys, you, like I, are probably asking yourself, how far can you take a city using only the standard starting capital of $500,000? I will cheat a little bit, however, by starting a city with everything unlocked. Yeah, I know. If we start with everything unlocked, we will have 62 million starting capital. But there are a couple of reasons why this is fine. First, math is going to be very easy. Second, I won't have to sit here for 3 days farming XP to unlock everything. So anyway, I'll start building the city and everything will be paused. The moment I unpause the game, I must have 61.5 million or more in the bank, and I won't build anything after that point. However, it is fair if I will be changing zoning around, as that literally costs nothing. And another couple of things actually. I'll do my best to reach 7,000 population, and the city must be making a profit by the end of the video. So, without further ado, this is gonna become a challenge real quick. Schools, for example, elementary schools, they cost 100k, high school cost 300k, so that's 400k right there. Not good. At the very least, high school, that's gone. We're not using that. Way too expensive. Electricity. Small coal power plant, that's 100,000 right there as well. We could go with wind turbine, but it's not producing that much. So we are going to be going with a small coal power plant. Water-wise, water pumping station, that's perfect, only 25k. And then I guess we will need to go with a sewage outlet just because it costs 25k. I would love to go into wastewater treatment plant, but that costs pretty much all of our money, save 20,000. So we're not going to be putting that down, unfortunately. Good news though. There is some good news. Roads, they're dirt cheap, so that's some good news. Anyway, let's see, what do we want to do out here? Alright, so here is my basic layout for the city. And since these towers are on this side out here, it only makes sense to put our electricity out here. It does produce some ground pollution as well as air pollution. There's also noise. So the best thing to do out here is to actually bring this guy out here. Now we're just gonna grab this guy, small coal power plant, and we're gonna put this guy out here. Now all we gotta do is plug this guy in. There you go. And he should be working properly. Next thing we gotta do is actually get ourselves a water station. Probably want to bring this road a little bit further, and I'm thinking probably an alley or something like that. We don't want anything too crazy going on out here. So there you go. This is gonna be our water, and this is flowing that way. So I think what we want to do is put this guy right about here. Or maybe we can actually bring him even further down. There you go. I think we want to bring this guy like right about here. A fairly long alley. And then grab this guy since the water is flowing that way. Put our water station out here. And then we gotta get this sewage outlet. And I'm thinking we're gonna be putting this guy probably right around here. Just want to make sure that there's plenty of space between these two guys. And there you go, this is good enough. We didn't even start doing anything, we've already wasted 200,000 guys. So we're gonna start with medical, that's 60,000. Obviously everything else is way out of our budget. I mean, look at this, these guys cost in the millions, wow. So a medical clinic, it looks like it's gonna be able to reach everybody. So that's pretty good news, and I'm thinking for a medical clinic, let's put this guy like right about here. It fits in nicely. And then we do gotta go with death care, and this is costing, this is gonna cost quite a bit as well. We might not even have enough money for a school, guys. But let's go with something else first before we put that out there. So we got a landfill, 70,000. Okay, it's not too big, and it's only 246 tons, so this is pretty good. But we only got 160,000 left to do anything we want with it. And that's not much money, actually. So a fire department, that's 120,000. That's pretty bad. And a police station, that's 160,000. So we really cannot be even putting that out here, guys. I mean, it gets way too expensive. So we gotta pick between firehouse or a police station. These guys are way too expensive. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and elect to go with a fire station. I'd rather have that than a police station, I suppose. No particular reason, it's just that I don't have any money. We're only left with 50 more thousand, guys, and that's it. That's all we've got. I cannot even really put a school out here. Everything is so expensive. Last but not least, we do have a couple of specialized industries that we gotta put, and only a couple, because I feel like if we're gonna be putting every single industry out here, that's gonna become too easy, and we don't want that, actually. Well, maybe we do, but I'm not gonna go that route, because I think that's a little bit cheating, because these guys, they are free, they don't use money to build, so I feel like it's a little bit of cheating. But we are gonna go with forestry. And I'm guessing we're gonna go ahead and get ourselves a road going probably right about here or so. Perfect. Okay, so we got our forestry. So that's pretty nice. And then we're just gonna go ahead and get ourselves some stone mining as well. Good thing about stone, you don't actually need to have a resource. For example, like trees, or if you're gonna be growing some grain or carrots, whatever. Well, carrots, vegetables, I suppose they're called. These guys actually need a specialized area where it has that resource. You cannot build it anywhere else. I mean, you could technically build it, but it's not gonna be producing anything. So, like, right out here, resource not available, so it's not gonna be producing much. Alright, so there you go. So we're left with a little bit shy of 50,000, so we cannot even really put a post office because that costs way too much, and a post sorting facility that costs way too much. We can put a radio mast, so that's pretty nice. So these guys are not gonna have any mail, unfortunate as that is, but it is what it is. Life, just gonna have to continue on without it. I'm gonna go ahead and put this guy like right about here, and then we can upgrade him, so we do have a little bit of money. So there you go. And then this guy up here as well. Perfect. Okay, nice. So now we should have enough. Yeah, it's covering pretty much all of our cities, so that's pretty nice. I like that. But that puts us at 23,000, and I think that only leaves us with maybe a couple of parks that we can place. Not much else. We cannot even put a campfire site. One of them is going to be going like right about here to cover this area out here. Perfect. That's a small park, and now we're gonna go with a dog park. Only got 13,000 left, and this guy is gonna be going right about here. He should be pretty happy. We got only 3,000 left, and that's all we can put out here, guys. That's all of our money. Now we just gotta figure out where we're gonna be putting everything here. This is all we can build. We only got 2,000, guys. 2,500. So this is all we have to start making money with this city. Alright guys, I actually changed a few things around out here. Well, just actually zoning out here because obviously it looks like I overestimated how much high density we're gonna need. So from now on, this is our only high density area out here, like actual high density. Then there's low rent housing in these two quadrants. Then there is some medium density housing out here, and also some mixed housing in these quadrants out here. everything out here is going to become low density housing as well. Unfortunately, I am running out of road here really quickly for my industrial infrastructure. So not much we can do with that, unfortunately, but it's not hitting everything out there, and we can actually help it out a little bit with taxes. So we can go out here, industry, just go to like about 20%. That should bring everything down. It's still at about half, but that's all right. That's going to be more than fine. Everybody's actually very, very happy here, as you can see. Wealth is pretty good. High crime, yeah, that's going to be a bit of a problem. Spacious homes, so everybody's loving that. Mail service, although I'm not sure where they're getting that. It's obviously from out of here. But that's all we're getting out here. That's all we're getting out here. Money-wise, we are making a ton of money, almost 5,000 an hour. That's actually very good. These guys out here, they're crying a little bit because they're not actually... They don't have enough customers. Although I'm not sure why. But that's alright. We're still waiting for people to move in. As you can see, there's quite a bit still moving in, about 130 or so an hour. So it'll take a little bit of time for these guys to move in. But that gives me enough time to actually build some districts out here. Alright, build a couple of districts out here. As you can see, there's one out here. There's another one out here. Third one. And just my industrial area out here. Wow, that's quite a bit of employees out here. Quite a bit. Let's see if we can make this any easier on ourselves. And there's actually not that much we can add out here, unfortunately. I don't want to be playing around with this too much. We're still shy of our target of 7,000 people, just a little bit. So I'm going to let this city run its course just a little bit longer. Alright guys, so here we are. We are starting to lose people at this point. Mainly because this guy, he cannot be producing any more electricity. He's at his maximum. We're not actually selling anymore, I believe. Let's take a look. Yeah, we're barely selling anything. There do come a couple of times here and there where people are starting to lack electricity. So we are at our limit. There is not enough customers, as you can see. People are starting to cry about that, and also they're starting to cry about high rent. Unfortunately, there's not much we can do about that anymore because, as you remember, ran out of money. But we did manage to get about 5,000 people out here, which is pretty nice. We're making about 7,000 or so because I did bring taxation a little bit down. Pretty much on everything except for industry. It looks like everything's working pretty nice. People are not very happy about crime. That's the only significant thing that's going around. Just that crime, and that's pretty much it. Other than that, I think we did pretty well. This was a pretty interesting thing to check out. See how much we can actually accomplish with only $500,000, and I want to say that we did manage to accomplish quite a bit. This is not too bad at all. Obviously, there is a huge need for low density residential. I did not even realize how much we actually need. As you can see, I mean, these high density buildings, they get abandoned. They still cry about high rent. I'm not really sure why. I think maybe because of the offices could be part of it. Didn't really figure that one out just yet. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. It's been a pleasure. Let me know if there is any other challenge you want me guys to try out, and I'll see what I can do. Until that time, guys, you have a great rest of your day. Scorpion out.